I'm very glad that you're here to interview me on issues that will help us and guide our next steps in the campaign to eliminate FGM.
It's truly an honor to sit here and have this conversation with you today. And so my first question would be, what urgent, measurable actions in the government is the government taking to bridge the gap between policy promises and on the ground realities?
I want to just look at where I've come from in terms of, I'm born in a community that cuts girls for very many years. It's believed to be a cultural practice that has to be ticked before you become a teenager.
Yeah.
And I want to say we have made a number of strides as a country, and even in our communities where I come from, and where you also come from as a Korean girl.
Yeah.
One is that the reduction. We have seen a reduction. Today we have less girls getting cut than they were cut at that time. And we also want to say that there is a lot of awareness. When I was growing up, FGM was practiced in our communities like it was celebrated. It was like it is a very important stage in your life. And our communities would really celebrate. But today, it's very rare for you to find a community celebrating girls who have gone through the cut. But what I want to say is that we have made strides.
The second question would be, what is the current eradication is achieved?
First of all, I want to thank the Kenyan government for really putting a lot of focus on protection of women and girls.
Yeah.
Our funds have to be increased, and also that we should be able to implement the anti-FGM law. And so our funds were increased by, in 2023-24, increased by 150%. But when we came to 2024-2025, we had a reduction of 30%, which was quite a big reduction. And now in 2025-2026, a small increase, a very small increase. But what I can say is that the increase in funds has helped us to bring on board human resource. We really didn't have staff on board. So we've been able to increase the number of staff from a mere 11 to now 29 staff. So that is a big increase. And also the fact that we have an increase in the number of staff means that increased funding by doing more resource mobilization. And I'm very positive that we should be able to increase our funds in the next few years. But also the government, I know, is looking into that we should end FGM by 2030.
How is the Anti-FGM Board driving effective collaboration with county governments and also grassroots organizations, and most importantly, survivors and youth to fully fund and implement county action plans? I know I had asked that question.
We have the Anti-FGM Board, and then we have the County Anti-FGM Steering Committees. The County Anti-FGM Steering Committees are chaired by the county commissioners because we know the role that the Ministry of Interior plays in terms of implementation of the law, and also in terms of making sure that we have structures from the national to the village level. So within the County Anti-FGM Steering Committees, we have different government departments: Ministry of Health, Ministry of Education, we have the DPP, we have the Judiciary, we have the CBOs and NGOs at county level, we have the religious leaders, we have maendeleo ya wanawake. We have different stakeholders sitting at the County Anti-FGM Steering Committee.
Thank you so much. That is well comprehensively answered. With funding of GBV, including FGM and also women's rights under threat, what concrete measures can the government take to protect and sustain the hard-won progress made so far?
Personally, where I sit, as a survivor of FGM, as a woman who has suffered the consequences of FGM, I'm so excited that what I've been doing is really going to end with the young people. And that is why, for me, the My Dear Daughter campaign is extremely important. That is an idea and something that has come to me, and I've said the women who have gone through FGM are the only ones who can end it once and for all. And so they should not cut their own daughters. And as we put it to an end as the last group of women who have gone through the cut, then the next generation of women that is younger girls than you, or even girls your age, should now end this and for all, because the next time you get your daughters, you should protect them from FGM. And I believe as a government that really 2030 is here with us, and we are ending this once and for all.
Sure.
So as I had asked earlier, you are from the Kuria community.
Yeah.
We have a lot of FGM going on among the Kuria, especially the cross-border. We now have the East African community bill coming up.
Yeah.
What do you feel about it, and what do you think? Do you think it will have an impact?
Yes, I feel it will have an impact, most especially in communities that are neighboring the border. For example, from my community, a lot of girls are taken across the border to get circumcised. Mostly it's normally by, their relatives, their aunties, and also the mothers pushing for that agenda. So I feel the ESC Anti-FGM board will really strengthen the regional, as a regional law, it will really strengthen the efforts towards eradicating FGM.
And as a survivor of FGM, as a young person, do you think the survivor movement is what we were all waiting for all these years?
Yeah, I think the survivor movement is what we've been waiting for all these years, because I feel like survivors are the ones who have their stories and they will tell it authentically and genuinely how it happened. And by a survivor telling her own story, it really motivates that young girl who at the community level who wants to undergo the cut. But when now I share my story, that young girl is being motivated, and she looks at that story from a different perspective. So these are the effects, so these are the challenges. And yeah, so I feel the survivors movement is coming in at a good time.
So now that you have realized that FGM was not what should have been done to women, what did you tell the older women? Especially your grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I used to have like a lot of hate towards my grandma.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the Survivors Leadership Initiative really helped me to process the hate, the anger, and all that. So I think what I'll tell her is that that was not the right decision, and what she pushed for was not really right because it really affects me to this time, and she shouldn't allow other even grandkids and also my cousins to go through it again. Yeah, I've told her this before, and she welcomed it, and she was like, but you can't be married by a Korean, and you're from the Korean community. And I was like, I have gone to school, I have the education, and I don't think it's really surrounds within Korean community. I can get a great man, a nice man from outside Korean community. So yeah.
What do you think is the role of young men?
I think it's really amazing and nice to include men as allies to fight towards ending FGM, and also like to support women. From the community I come from, I feel like men have the voice, like the power, to speak, and most of the time women don't have like the voice to make decisions. So it's normally them making decisions most of the time. Imperative, and it's really important to include men and young boys and even boys in the fight of ending FGM. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
And congratulations for really coming out and being among the women, among the Korea community who have come out boldly to say no to FGM. Yeah, you'll go down in history.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I wish you all the best as you continue pushing for this and making sure that the next generation of girls are safe. As I grow older, mine is to watch you people move forward.
And thank you for creating the way,
Yes.
paving the way for young people,
Yes.
and also working with young people
Yes.
towards the agenda of ending FGM.
Always a pleasure working with young people.
Thank you.